3 minutes in the future.
Perfect for everybody that's going to be waiting in there. It's going to be a little scuffed, but you know what?
They're gonna
It's
have like
happening
a
before the
3-minute
match
wait.
starts, so
But you know, personality of Overcharge, one can say very scuffed. Doesn't necessarily mean bad. Just scuffed.
Kind of scuffed, just a little bit.
Yeah.
that's very true.
It looks like we're starting to get hopping into it. So does anybody want to
Alright.
plug their Twitter or anything?
Okay, yeah, you can follow me at Romy_OW.
Okay.
Wait, is there an underscore? I don't even know. Yep, Romy_OW. There you go. Follow me on Twitter. Or follow me on Twitch at GGRomy
Okay.
for some content that was not coming to a stream near you because I don't stream that often. So yeah. Good to know.
Olden, you got anything you want to plug?
So I don't really use Twitter. I just look at other people's Twitters at the funnies, but I do very, very occasionally stream at twitch.tv/OldenMW.
Okay. Okay.
And let's see. Oh no, Milky,
We lost the coin flip?
we lost the coin flip
Oh my god.
for the first time since week 5. How do you think that's going to affect Overcharged's chances of winning?
Dude, I don't know.
I
It's
think-
really affecting my mental though.
Yeah, at
I
this point it probably just mentally boomed. It's gonna be really hard for them to recover.
I
from
can't
that.
do it anymore. I can't. This is rough.
Yeah, that's rough. I mean, I think honestly it's going to take a lot to claw back from that loss.
But if they dig deep, they might just be able to pull it off.
I
Looks like
believe
first
they
map
could.
is gonna be Nepal.
Which might be what OC wants. Nobody knows.
Nobody knows.
They could do anything at this point.
Yeah, we're seeing the ironic akimbo tank lineup for the first time ever, which it's a bit strange because normally, thus far, anybody that's been watching Overcharge has only seen them on off tank, so the Diva or the Sigma, the occasional Zarya. So what could they
Yeah.
be running here? Maybe a weird Zarya Diva composition.
Perhaps. I'm gonna get some outline on this thing. By the way, while we're still plugging, follow the stream that you're watching right now.
Nothing to worry about.
I'll be streaming. It's gonna be
Unless
epic.
there's something to worry about, as Dr. Liao
Okay,
always
there we go.
And
Oh, I did not mean to move the game. That's kind of. Oh.
it looks like Overcharged is just getting their fun heroes. They're probably gonna switch to a real comp once
Yeah.
the timer ticks down.
You know, spawn romantics and such.
Yeah, I mean it's a good way to just get your mental up right before you go.
Oh.
Wow,
Okay.
When we see taking the TP,
personality
Looks like they're rolling out with the hog and ball torture.
Yep. And hopefully it actually converts into, torture for the enemy team here. Because this is
Yeah.
a very risque comp to be running, and against a team like High Society, I don't know if they're really going to be able to fall for it.
Maybe.
yeah,
Oh,
we see
they
High
got the hook.
Society is on the double shield. It's
That's
sort of
getting
very
taken up first.
predictable.
Keeper's going to get 2 kills already on a DPS and a tank, and Blaze gets the 3rd one to follow up, and that's a quick cleanup by Keeper. And
Yeah.
friends.
Break is by Kiefer there. I'm gonna turn me up a bit.
Honestly, though, Kiefer coming off the bench looking really strong. He just goes in, pops 3 of them. He's doing something for this team right now. He's 33% to ult. And Tropicals actually has almost got that Coalescence. Blaze almost has the Echo
Oh,
ult.
falling a
so
bit low,
we're
but
gonna-
he manages to recover. Coalescence coming in from the other team here. It's going to be early, and the Maywall's going to cut off Akimbo. He looks like he's probably going to die here, unless the heals come out. Oh, just not.
Yeah,
quite.
we're gonna see a slightly late Cole from
Coalescence, but it
Tropical
might
here.
just be able to convert into something as that Orisa falls extremely low. Just a little bit of damage is going to be all you need to kill him. And it finally goes down, but Keeper's going to get traded as a result of it.
Yeah,
Blaze on the
Overcharge is
mid.
still down.
But it seems
Oh.
to be a little bit visible, but Blaze gets instantly converted right back into Echo after adapting.
Dude, he dropped
Seems
his
like a bit
ult
of a
there,
waste
so it got
out there.
canceled. That's really kind of rough.
Yeah.
That is rough, and High Society is going to take the point there. Blaze is going to just stall for a little longer, but we're going to see how well this comp works for the recontest. If they're going to just be able to, slam in with the ball, get a pick from Echo, and just walk at them.
Yeah,
Maybe
they don't
get a
really have a
little
lot of ults
culture
coming.
too.
Well, they do have a couple ults coming online here. It might just be what they need to flip the point back. It's 55 to about 20% right here. It looks like the lift is going to come up, but it's not going to catch anybody except for Kiefer, but Kiefer's going to be able to just rate the way to safety. And there's the Death Blossom.
Ooh, big Death
react in
Blossom.
time. Yeah, Nick is going to be able to get to and probably just send Overcharged back to the spawn room to go scratch their heads and think about how they
We're going to see if Blaze can get out, but it looks like he's still trying to get a pick here. We'll see. He's playing Echo. Echo's very mobile, easy to get out.
Yep, and just like that, they are to safety now.
Let me get you patched up.
And we're gonna see the swap off the ball to the Orisa, so now they're gonna be running essentially the same comp, just with the added bit of a shield. Ball getting hard counted by the MA there. Not a bad
classic oink and yoink. It's tried and true.
Yep.
Damage increase.
But we're gonna see.
Oh,
we're probably gonna see.
Tropical's gonna get picked early there by Delta, and the icicle to the head. Not looking pretty for Overcharge here. They gotta back up immediately, and the Soundbarrier gets invested here by High Society. And is it an over ult? It depends on who you ask. But Blaze is also gonna use his ult and the Soundbarrier to make sure that everybody gets out time.
So Overcharge is gonna be able to come back with.
Oh, we're gonna see a pause here.
Kiefer needs the pause apparently. I don't really know what's going on, but
Oh.
apparently Kiefer experienced some technical difficulties.
Yeah, he came out pretty strong. It was almost as if he was in the hyperbolic time chamber. For anybody that watches Dragon Ball Z, all that time on the bench has been spent getting stronger. It's fortunate that he's getting some technical difficulties here.
Yeah, he's been charging up for the past 4 episodes, and now he's ready to show him all the power that's coalesced.
Yeah. Assuming he doesn't get disconnected, Overcharge is gonna have a couple ults online. And when I say a couple, I mean like Kiefer and Tropical's Coalescence. Other than that, kind of going into this fight empty-handed. However, if Kiefer does get a good Death Blossom, it should just be all they need to be able to flip the point back in their favor.
Yeah, they're gonna have to watch out for the suck from the Sigma, but that's really most of what can shut it down. That and the beat.
Yeah.
We're gonna see if they can draw out the beat possibly.
Coming into last fight territory, Overcharge seems a little bit disconnected, but they need to go right now. We're at 90% here, and they're going in. The pole gets blocked, and the May ult comes out. Who's it gonna catch? It looks like he's gonna catch a Kimbo frozen. Not gonna be able to escape in time. Yes, and now it comes all down to Kiefer's Death Blossom, and he comes out. He gets the Moira. There's not much else, but
they're even.
Really back and forth fight. Scrappy fight. Tropical's gonna get two.
Tropical is pounding with that
Death
coalescence.
Blossom's coming right back out from Nick. He's gonna get taken down here. Delta's gonna get two. And looks like just barely the DPS and the Lucio is going to be able to save High Society on.
Oh, Overcharge is having a soul here.
Never mind. I might have spoken too soon. A Kimbo on the ball. We don't see this very
Kimbo
often.
popping
He's gonna
off
come out
on
here.
the ball.
He's going to do everything he can just to stall the point, just to buy a little bit extra time for the reinforcements to come in with their abilities, with their ultimates, and see if they can try to fully convert the fight in their favor.
The Kimbo ball is absolutely popping.
It really is.
We're gonna see if
try to get
Kiefer
into the
can
block.
pop on this Tracer too. He's in the back line.
Oh, it might be a little bit even. This fight is extremely scrappy here. And it looks like they both traded. However, Tropical is down, so that's a main support. That's a lot of heals that's not available to Overcharge anymore. But looks like they're running a really well executed dive. The rest of us falling a bit low there. And Kimbo has the mind on line. All he has to do is put that on point.
But that Cole's gonna be hard to fight against. Yeah, we already see it take down
Ironic is falling. However, that Lucio is extremely low. There's a lot of people really low on the side of High Society. All they have to do is get the damage and find it in the right places, on the right targets. But it's going to be too little too late because Nick is going to go in with the Doomfist, getting some picks on the Tropical. Yet again, he's going to go back to the spawn room.
Kiefer actually manages to take down the Doomfist, and he gets 2.
That's 2 big
Kiefer
picks from
gonna be
Kiefer going down here, but he's going to go down. It's just not to Blaze. He only has 30 health, but the Soundbarrier is going to come out, give him a bit of an extra boost. And I don't know if he's going to be able to build his ultimate in time. It doesn't look like he is. He's going to get taken down here. It's just Tropical, just trying to stall it, but he gets thrown right into the face of a laser-sided mine. And it just
Oh, I thought Dougal was on there, but
Just a little bit too
Oh,
long.
a little bit too late. That was a really nice stall though, coming out of Overcharged.
0 to 1.
Alright, so what do we think Overcharge is gonna do to fight back for point 2?
I don't know.
This
They
is-
were on the hog and ball there. At the beginning at least.
Yeah. They were
I'd-
trying something, and it looks like High Society was really quick to adapt to May. Just being able to shut down that ball, not give him a chance to breathe. And Overcharged, they did swap their comp, but it might have been a bit too late because now they were just at a worse ultimate economy for the rest of that round there.
Yeah, I feel like with that May pick, it really kind of slowed down the ball hog. So they had to switch over to the Orisa.
Exactly.
Yeah,
But now they're running the ball
It's
over.
really hard to play ball into either Sombra or May because you can't really do anything. Because the instant that May turns on you, you just die to a coordinated focus fire.
No, it's really hard to play ball, period, considering the fact that the nature of the hero, you're kind of always on the razor's edge of feeding. And it looks like the sleep is going to come out from Tropical onto the Summer. He's going to run away to safety, but he gets the soldier there to help him out there. Ironic
It's a huge pull,
yeah,
but
that's gonna be
Tropical's
cool.
gonna go down.
Tropical's going to go down. He needs a bit more peel from his team there if you want to be able to convert these fights in their favor. Ironic getting the second kill there. He's using the Fortify. However, Akimbo on the ball is falling a bit low. Ironic is actually just Terminator on the point right now, taking out anybody in his sights. And the heals are coming out, and it looks like Overcharge has this point, first control yet again.
Oh, I wouldn't say that yet. High Society is still kind of fighting it. Oh, now they have it. Eva got out.
Yeah, but just in that first fight, Overcharge already at 30% on the point, which is solid point economy.
Yeah, that was a
Even
really
if they
long-
lose this next fight, they could at least get it up to about 60%. So they're doing well so far, and High Society is just sort of sitting there waiting to group up. So it's going to be more time for the point for Overcharge.
Yeah,
And
if-
getting that's a
Ironic getting
huge
another
pick.
there, just catching Critic out of position. But looks like Akimbo's gonna get beat a victim of a very well executed dive by High Society. The bubble
just
comes
kinda
out,
gave-
he's not able to receive any heal. The bongo's out, but nobody's on point to actually use that damage. And the Winston's gonna go in to punish that bongo, but the sleep goes out. But he's
So
already
Overcharge is going to win this fight, but they gave up point control for that. They're going to... Kiefer's going to finally go over and touch the point, try and flip it.
Yeah, it looks like
But
Tropical is
meanwhile-
gonna need a bit of help, but Blaze as the second Lucio on the field here, providing that peel that Tropical needs to keep him alive. Bit of stall and point there. High Society manages to convert it in all the commotion. Nano Boost comes out onto the soldier. The attack advisor is gonna get coupled with it, and let's see some damage going out here with the Mercy Beam. Ironic's gonna be the only one to fall to that Diva Bomb. However, Kiefer is going in and he's putting in the work.
Kiefer just pounded
That was
with
actually-
that attack visor.
Overcharge made a huge mistake there by letting them cap the point, because if they won that fight, it was a long fight. But like if they just hold on to point there, they would already
They
be
would have been at
they would have already
90%
won.
or
They would have
99,
already
yeah.
won.
And Akimbo is way up.
He's gonna get
he's lucky
he might get
actually
punished here.
managed to get out of here.
Primal Rage is coming out here, just trying to get some environmental kills here. Up or pressure Diana.
And the sleep.
Gets woken up. Is Blaze gonna get saved here? Doesn't look like it. Oh, he does just barely. But at the end of the day, Overcharge already lost the fight, so it doesn't look like there's much that anybody can do.
Yeah, that monkey was really good play. Split up the entire team. Just kind of allowed them to roll.
Yeah, Akimbo getting a little bit too greedy there, just gonna get punished. You gotta keep in mind that once Sombra hacks you, you're the easiest target to kill in the game, especially against a dive comp like that. Once you're hacked, you need your team to support you, and if you're caught out like that, your team is gonna have a very hard time doing that. The EMP is gonna come out there. Will it be enough? Will there be enough damage to follow up on it? Doesn't look like it, but Akimbo's
So
gonna go in for the lift, but the Sombra is gonna come out to counter it.
So that's a High Society fight win right there. And OC's gonna have to regroup quickly so that they can get back to that point and try and get another
they're
fight in.
nearing the magical 85%, that final fight territory. They can't really make much mistakes at this point because this fight is probably going to get High Society up to 99% on the point.
They are coming up on 4 ults. They have the Echo ult, they have the Orisa ult, and then both of them.
Yep. They're going to go out there, but Tropical is just going to get destroyed by the Doomfist there. But Blaze is going in as a Doomfist of his own. narrowly avoids the Diva Bomb there. But he's gonna get hacked, and it doesn't look like Akimbo's gonna be able to do much on his own.
High Society dissecting this dive. Or not the dive, dissecting Overcharged attack. Giving them the first map.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a rough fight from Overcharged at the end there. They lost Tropical early. They lost their main heals, so it was basically dead from that point. They had to try and stall, and it's really hard to do that versus that dive comp when you don't have your Ana or your Moira, your main heals to just keep your team up through their initial jump.
Exactly.
Play the game. Tropical there on the Moira bot.
Yeah,
Well,
press
you know, control
Q.
points weren't
play the
always
game.
Overcharge's strong. Weren't always their strong points in the first place. So, no, not too surprising that they didn't take the first point on the Paul here.
We'll have to see what map Overcharge goes here. Are they gonna run something where they can run that double shield more, perhaps? Because they started favoring that once they saw the May. Or did they even run? Or did High Society even run May on the second point?
Not on second point. They were on Sombra, and they were on Sombra Doomfist at the end. What was the other support they were on? Or other DPS they were on? I know they played Sombra that whole point, but they're very quick to adapt, very quick to switch up their comp to sort of counter what Overcharged was trying to do. And Overcharged did switch, but they didn't look as comfortable on that double shield comp, which is where they sort of fell apart. They made some simple mistakes, and that's kind of what cost them the map there.
See, looks like next map is gonna be Volskaya. We're gonna see any subs here. Uh, looks like Overcharge is gonna get the first chance to attack.
We're either going Volskaya or Horizon. Overcharge
Oh,
hasn't chosen.
they already chose Valk. Volskaya.
Did they choose? Or
Yeah, they chose Volskaya.
okay, they did not say in chat.
Oh, wait, oh, okay, never mind. I read it wrong.
Looks like Romy is going in for Ironic.
Oh, what'd you look at that? I am.
Going
Oh,
off
so
the bench.
Overcharge making a lineup, putting Romy back in.
Well, Romy, thank you for your service on the casting booth, but
Yes, no
fortunately you
problem.
have to actually play the game now.
I know, right? It's so weird.
So
Okay.
just join a lobby and I'll drag you in.
Yeah.
Let's see. Where is Romy?
All right.
Where is he? I have no idea.
He's in 2A. He's good.
Oh, is he? Could he join already?
Yeah, I see him in there.
Okay, yeah. He is locked and ready to go. Looks like we're
He
going
is,
Volskaya.
I think we're from Overcharge. We're gonna see a more classic kind of comp.
Potentially. We'll have to see though. Honestly, if they were set on running the ball hog there, I would have opted for what was the other map? Horizon?
Yeah,
So
I think you're right. I think Ball Hog's definitely better on Horizon.
so this may be a sign that they're gonna play something more traditional.
Yeah, and we have seen Romy on the Orisa before. He's played that in a couple of matches. So it might be what they're comfortable with. The more Orisa Seg, like we saw from Yoink last game.
Potentially. They're in the waiting room right now. Looks like they're locking the Echo. It looks like they're coming out with the ball hog.
All right.
From what they're locking
they're-
right now, that may be a bait.
It could be, but they are on the Sombra, which is interesting.
That is an interesting play.
So with the EMP, it makes space for Echo to really get in there and just not have to worry about any of those abilities coming out from the other team. And it lets the Hog kind of do his thing too. So we'll see if they can set up some good EMPs, take the fight to them, and hopefully they'll be able to deal with either a Sombra or May from Yoink better. From High Society, excuse me. I sort of anticipate High Society doing the same double shield. But oh, we're seeing
Oh, look,
the
they're
Orisa.
scouting.
Keep an eye on
They're
your
scouting.
head and call for me if you need assistance.
Together, we are
inspect the
strong.
Alright, so Kiefer is doing some scouting. He's seeing that they're doing the classic double shield with the May.
A little help would be appreciated.
Went ahead and touched, did a little pat. Looks like they're sticking with the ball hog.
Yeah, so we're gonna see
Ooh, big hook.
We're gonna see Keeper come back on the Doomfist actually, which is typically something that Blaze would play in their previous games, but Blaze is on the Echo now. So we'll see if Kiefer can pop. He's going in. He's managed to get that Orisa up, but there's no follow-up unfortunately. The team's not in a good position to go with that. But the Orisa's almost down. They pump some heals into her.
On the soldier. Oh, this is.
We're seeing this kind of slow push in come from Overcharged, and it seems to be working. They're slow taking out the High Society one by one. They're not trying to rush in and kill them all or die trying. They're sort of giving themselves some time to really set up, get some good positioning.
There were some good picks from High Society there, but it did not seem to matter. Overcharged great. If some people, or at least the Doomfist, Keeper coming back from that.
Yeah, but OC has almost 6 ults here. They'll have all the ults this fight, and we saw the Pulse Bomb was the only ult on High Society, so we'll see if they have any ults too, but OC should win this just off the back of 6 ults. Of course I say that, and Romy on the ball gets taken out, but Kiefer and Blaze, they're doing DPS things. They're pushing in there. See the Doom ult come out.
It's like everybody's pressing buttons. Everybody pressed Q.
Everybody press Q, and honestly, that's how you win some of these maps. You just press Q, you go in there. We're gonna see if they're gonna be able to actually hold the point. It looks like they're gonna have a hard time with that. Yeah, they're just getting picked off by High Society here. They did manage to get 2 ticks on the point.
They got 2 ticks, 84.6%. I want to see if Romy switches off the ball here, because it might not have been working out.
Going free.
Yeah,
He kind of got boomed by the May.
Yeah, May, and even that Orisa, if you can just pull the ball, then that's a solid second that your team gets to shoot at the ball, and it's just really hard for ball to actually get in there and get some chaos done. But as we see that, Tropical goes down, and that's Duga's gonna get the res here, so they're gonna be able to keep pushing, fortunately. And we're gonna see if we can get any picks going in. Romy goes down on the ball again to that May, and we're gonna see a big ult from Sigma there. Yeah, this is gonna have to be a reset from Overcharged. And Tropical's gonna get picked on the way out. And wow, actually Duga goes down as well, so that's a further stall, which is not great because it's just more time that High Society gets to sit on and let that timer tick down. So we don't see any swap ups from either team. actually we do. We see Romi's on that Orisa now. They're doing the double shield, but they get pulled into that freeze, the blizzard. That's just a fight lost right there. Blizzard is so strong with that pull, because even if you just chuck it out into the middle of the enemies, the pull just guarantees that you catch at least one or two, and that's just a fight win right there.
I love how Mike just kind of stopped working for that fight, so I had to fix it.
I was wondering. I felt a little lonely in here.
Yeah, I made the call that they switched to double shield. I was like, So looks like they're coming out. Blaze has this the Echo ult he's been holding on for a while. I wonder who he's gonna choose. Looks like he has his eyes on the Reaper currently. If I were him, I would go for the Mei. Try to get a nice Mei freeze. High Society really cycling their ults well. But it seems like one or two ults is winning them each fight. Where
yeah,
OC is just kind of in shambles.
High Society is using those ults extremely well. They've got a great grasp on like just making sure they use just enough ults to win the fight and not too many. So they have at least 2 for every fight, whereas Overcharged seems to just be either using too few or too many each fight, and so they're not keeping up with High Society.
Blaze in a little cheeky spot here.
I think we're gonna see him come around the back, probably grab, I would guess the Reaper.
I'm going for the Mei. He needs the
Mei.
There we go.
You're right. There's the Mei. We're gonna see him come in. He's gonna try and build up that ult as quickly as possible.
Oh, he got shut
actually gets
down.
blasted out of it. But that's a huge Sigma ult coming from Akimbo. He's gonna grab most of them. They don't get any kills off the back of it though, and
really
that's gonna give High Society the room to actually get those important picks and stop the push from Overcharged.
Yeah, if I were Overcharged, I would get out of here right now.
Yeah, they just need to reset so that they can get one last fight in before the map switches.
Oh
And
my gosh!
Blaze
Sniped out of the sky.
Sebs with that really nice main tank game. I say that, but he's the off tank. But yeah, they're gonna have to go touch the point. They're not really getting a clean fight out of this, unfortunately. And Keeper's gonna go in with the ult, but of course, Seb's on that Sigma. He's just gonna suck that whole Reaper ult up. And Keeper's gonna go down, and there goes Tropical, Romy, Duga, and OC's hopes of getting that full cap on Volskaya.
Yeah, it's really unfortunate to see. You thought they would get in that first push, but really it was that like game-saving result that completely stopped their push.
Yeah, and I think what happened there too was that OC pressed all 6 ults to win the fight, and they won the fight. But when High Society came back, they had 1 or 2 ults, and Overcharged had nothing. So they were just sort of sitting on the point and trying to not die for as long as possible, instead of being able to go in, use their ults when High Society pushes.
I'm really interested to see here what's coming out on Overcharged. Right now we see the Orisa Sig.
Okay.
Looks like they're going the Bastion Sim. The old tried and true.
Oh, this is something we really only see from High Society. I don't think, or from Overcharged. I don't think we have any other. I don't think any other teams have done the Bastion on Volskaya on defense.
And under better circumstances too.
Yeah, we've seen Overcharged run this before to great success. So hopefully they do some damage here. A Society might prepare for this though. There's always the chance.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, High Society has been really good at adapting, switching up comps, and being able to counter what OC is doing. We'll see what they can do about the Bastion. You know, this might be something that High Society hasn't scrimmed against, but they're gonna go up the side here, and OC is just gonna flip around to the other side of the point. And that Sim TP is really essential in this comp because it lets Overcharged be so flexible. It lets that Bastion just move around. It makes it real hard to just set up like right underneath the Bastion and be able to counter him. So it's a very hard strategy to beat if you don't know how to beat. And it looks like Overcharge is doing a great job of using
lagging.
it.
Holy
Where does
crap.
it hurt?
I just went to spectate him and he was jittering all over.
Teleporter online. I have opened the file.
Looks like they're going over to the other side.
Alright, we're gonna see a Pharah come out from High Society.
That might be the play here. Might be able to get in.
We'll see. And the Monkey and the Diva. And
How did Kiefer
actually,
get
that's
picked? What?
huge. Kiefer gets picked. That Symmetra down means that they no longer have that TP once it gets killed. So they're sort of just a very stationary comp.
Yeah, that
we're
Pharah is
gonna see
completely
Pharah.
ripping him.
The Pharah's just gonna pound.
If I were Overcharged, I would die or get out or test or do something other
I
than
would.
just stay up here.
I would definitely go die on point. They sort of want to just drop all at once, really.
Ooh.
That's
Blaze could
we're
pop
gonna
here.
see. Let's see, but I mean, High Society has 5 on point. There's nothing Overcharge can really do. So that was one off the back of that pick on the Symmetra, and OC just sort of not being able to rotate after that.
They need something to counter this Pharah. Looks like they have this soldier though. They switched over to a Pharah of their own.
All right, so Overcharge is going heavy on that that anti-Pharah, and we're gonna see the Pharah and the soldier are both very strong against that Monkey dive. It's going to be hard for Monkey to get a whole lot of value on this, especially with that soldier heal station in the double shield. It's just a lot of healing that you're putting out along with the Baptiste.
Oh, Monkey goes down very low. Nick, other side of point though, takes on Tropical. It's a big heal. Delta taking down.
And Nick actually barrages the Mercy out of that res, so they're...
This might be a High Society point. Tropical goes to Moira to contest. Will he be able to get there?
We're gonna see. They can touch, but we're gonna see if they can actually mount to defense. And no, the Pharah is just gonna tear them.
Kiefer kills Delta, but at what cost?
He tried, man. We're gonna see the classic ball rolling around the point. And
Blaze
we're gonna
coming in on the fist.
Actually, they're managing to stall for a solid amount of time.
Yeah, they're starting to
And
stabilize.
they kill the Pharah, which is huge. And so I actually think Overcharge might be able to stabilize. They're getting important picks. They're not dying, and they're keeping their tanks and Tropical alive. So yeah, Overcharge
they
just barely
were able to
manages to
stabilize.
hang on.
Barely able to stabilize. I'm actually shocked, frankly.
I am too. I'm wondering if that was just they knew to touch at the last moment, so they weren't going in one by one and dying. They were sort of waiting till the last moment, getting one on point to stall, and then coming in with the rest of the team. And they got that huge important pick on the Pharah, and then from there it was a lot easier. But we're gonna see actually a Reaper now. Reaper May, classic double shield. But the Coalescence is very hard to fight against.
Oh yeah, May got to pick on Duga.
We're gonna see though, they're not getting much else, and Duga's gonna be able to come back really quickly because of those spawns. And they managed to get some other important picks. And yeah, that's going to look like Overcharge is going to be able to keep that fight again. And actually what they could do is just stall out that... yeah, so they're going to be able to keep on to that point again, and I think this comp's working for them. They have Blaze on the Doomfist and Kiefer on the Tracer, and they're actually playing a Orisa Diva, which is kind of interesting. We haven't really seen that comp played before.
Well, definitely not out of Overcharged, but they could be taking it from Al this week, where they've been running a lot of that. It's like
So we're going to see the Coles come out.
Ooh, big bomb.
And that's a huge bomb. Yeah, just getting that Orisa. Now, without that frontline tank, you can't win the fight. I mean, we've seen it time and time again in Owl, in League Zero, in really any of your games. If your main tank dies, then the fight is basically lost. It's really hard to win without that frontline.
Suddenly, we see High Society on the back foot.
Yeah, and they're keeping the same comp, so we're probably gonna see a Blizzard. Probably gonna see a Reaper ult.
Kimbo
So
needs
we're
to
gonna
get the
see.
E.
He doesn't get the, but Duga actually gets the beat, which is pretty huge. But Akimbo's gonna. Yeah,
That might
we're
be
seeing
it.
Overcharge is not really able to capitalize on it. They got ult dumped on, and they didn't have enough ults of their own. They didn't get the E.
Are they able to get in here? Test no big boop coming out of their Lucio. High Society taking the second map. Absolutely huge boot from Slamfire.
Play of the game.
And, we're gonna see that Reaper play of the game. I'm anticipating press Q. Yep.
I'm gonna do that.
And then he just hunts down Romy.
It's hard fought, but Overcharged not able to do it.
Yeah, and honestly, that came down to sort of just the ult economy at the end there. I mean, Overcharge didn't really have anything for that last fight. They had the beat, and High Society came in with the Sigma Flux, they came in with the Reaper ult, they came in with Blizzard, and those are just fight-winning ultimates. And Overcharge really had no counter to that, no answer. They didn't have the Coalescence, and they didn't have any offensive ultimates on their own to sort of take the fight to High Society.
You really hate to see it. Right now it looks like we're going to either Hollywood. No, we're going to Hollywood. Overcharged historically good on Hollywood. So hopefully they're trying to get this 3-1 or not 3-1, 2-1.
Yeah, well, we'll see. I know Overcharged was hoping to be a spoiler and to keep High Society out of the playoffs, and right now it's not really looking like that's going to be what's happening. We're going to have to see Overcharged win the next few maps in order to be able to actually win that.
Yeah, it was kind of unfortunate there. High Society had a really good play where they stunned Akimbo on the I don't even remember what character he was playing.
Diva?
Diva, on the Diva. So he couldn't eat the mail. I think it like the voice line actually came out. Like I heard a voice line at the end there. So
Yeah, that's a really good just combo of abilities from High Society. It kind of shows how they've been working as a team. They've been practicing, and they've been working on that synergy. So they know just those little plays, the halt rocks, halt blizzard, the rock the diva so we can get the blizzard down. Just those simple 2 or 3 combo of abilities that really is a game changer for a lot of fights.
Mhm. I'm interested to see what they're gonna do on Hollywood. They might roll out with the ball hog again. It worked a bit. It definitely worked on Volskaya attack, but we'll see how it goes. What am I checking? Check. I know you're here, Walker. Hello. Shout out to Lord Dark Cubone in chat. He is my friend, and he is attempting to dox me. So shout out to him.
Yeah,
And
doxing, that's an interesting strategy. It's risky because you know, it's against a lot of policies, but like if you can pull off a good dox, then you might be able to boom your opponents into that victory.
mhm. We'll see if that pays off here. And while we're getting into the map, shout out. Remember to follow the stream. Uh, I'm just gonna chill a bit. Follow the stream for more streaming content. I will hopefully be streaming more soon. And what else was I gonna say? I was gonna say something else, but I don't remember. I was gonna show one more thing.
Good, good.
Oh yeah, it was nope, lost it again. Okay, looks like Overcharge coming out with the double shield, Reaper May.
Okay.
So dropping the ball hog that they ran for the first couple maps. Opted for something more
Yeah.
traditional.
They're going with what looks like meta. We'll see if that works out better for them. They sort of had mixed success on the ball hog, and on Volskaya they looked strong at the beginning on point A on their attack, and then on point B they couldn't get it together at the end. So we're gonna see if this works better for them. The more traditional comp, it's probably going to be a mirror to what High Society is playing.
Yep, they are on the high ground here. It looks like Overcharge opting to go to the right-hand side here.
And it's really risky to go through this little area because exactly that. The May wall comes in and all of a sudden you're on the back foot and you're taking a lot of damage. So generally teams want to go through that bigger choke there. They can rotate around through the back, or they can rotate through top.
I like this play from Overcharge.
They're gonna come in. They're gonna force High Society down, and actually, you see if your Orisa gets booped off, you can't play up at the top anymore. But Seb's got that really quick Sigma ult.
Yeah, Ironic's only at 27, and Seb's already got ult. That's crazy.
That is massive. But the thing is, Sebs didn't really find anything with that ult. And now we're going to see the Cole come in.
Big Cole predict.
Cole is just an extremely strong ultimate. When you're playing comps like this, especially in the mirror where you have just very deathball, group together, stay with your tanks kind of game, then the coalescence, you can essentially be hitting every hero on the map with your coal. And again, they're going to go through this small room, and again, they're just going to get walled off, and Nick's going to drop down guy with that Reaper ult. He gets two, they get Romy and Ironic, and the fight's lost.
Yeah, Overcharge building these ults really slowly. 2 minutes in already, and some of these people don't even have their ults. It just shows kind of how much damage High Society is whipping out.
And honestly, it's mostly down to these rotations. I mean, we saw Overcharge did a lot better when they rotated up through the left, but when they're trying to go through this small little doorway on the right, it's really hard for them, and they get walled off. And you can see it's so much harder to wall off when you run through that big choke. We're going to see the Cole come out from Tropical. And are they going to manage to get anything off? Nope.
Looks like they're going to drop with the beat.
And Nick is going to come in from behind, look to find something. And that Blizzard should just seal it for High Society. They managed to catch 2 in the Blizzard and get those quick kills, and there's really nothing that Overcharge can do from that point.
Really unfortunate to see. They have one more, or not one more fight. Well, maybe one more fight. But they used a lot of ults there, but they're coming off on May Reaper, their DPS ults.
Yeah,
So
they're gonna have Blizzard, they're gonna have Cole, almost certainly, and they're gonna have that Reaper ult. Now we're gonna see if we can get some good a good halt Blizzard in, or if they're gonna get a good Cole in to support that Reaper ult. And Ironic's gonna drop early, and we're gonna see that Blizzard come in. And with that Blizzard and the Reaper ult, they're gonna actually be able to get those kills and get something.
finally able to crack it
Yeah,
at the final hour.
It took Kiefer that entire attack to get that May ult up though, which is really because Delta on High Society is probably 70-80% of the way to his ult. I would anticipate him having it very shortly, and Kiefer is only at 10% now. So they're going to have a much stronger ultimate advantage.
It looks like Blade is switching over to the Pharah. They just got boomed by Reaper though.
And Nick has been on fire with his Reapers. His Death Blossoms have almost always gotten 2 of Overcharged. And he's honestly doing so much work for the side of High Society.
Yeah, doing a lot, kind of showing Overcharge down. Looks like they're Opti playing this corner here.
Alright, so we're gonna see the Bongo's destroyed by the Pharah.
That might look interesting. Mail comes out, but May dies.
They get the mate, but Romy is caught in that mail, and he goes down, so they don't have that main tank to sort of support the push in. That's going to be really hard to sort of take the space in. But we actually
looks like
see
High Society's off. Yeah.
backing up.
Yeah,
No,
it's still a
they get
5v5.
2 in that grab flux. They managed to kill the Pharah, and Tropical's actually going to commit that Coalescence. He keeps Ironic up through it.
Looks
And
like
the
with
beat
Dugo,
comes out.
yeah, Dugo down, it looks like they're gonna back up for the beat. But I think it's a smart play. It gives them an extra fight here. Reaper just taking the background. Reaper just walking in saying, "You're dead." And just kind of booms them.
Nick has been honestly the player of the match so far. He's doing so much work. He did so much work last map on the Reaper. He's doing so much work this map on the Reaper, and Overcharge hasn't really found the answer to him yet.
Looks like Overcharge has a couple ults though. 4 in total, no support ults. Everything else is online though, ready to go.
Yeah, we're gonna see if they can hopefully get a good combo in here. They actually managed to catch Sigma on the edge of that mail, and that's gonna open up space for them to go in, to be able to get that win. And High Society is just gonna have to walk in, try and stall card die on point.
But yeah, Overcharge cannot lose a fight now until they get the second point here.
But that was a real good fight on the side of Overcharge, and they only committed 2 ults to it, which is hugely important. That means they still have Sigma ult and they still have the Barrage. So they're hopefully going to be able to get like a pull Barrage or a pull Sigma ult and just be able to win this crucial next fight.
Ooh, Nick on the ropes though.
He manages to get 2, and that's probably
that
going to be
spells
it.
doom. High Society just kind of pressed Q and went in. Things looking bleak for Overcharge.
Yeah, they're going to have to get a really good hold here if they're going to want to keep on hanging on.
Wonder what they're gonna go for. I feel like Overcharge may not have the best best defense on the defense though. Like especially compared to I can't even compared to high societies. Compared to high society's defense. I don't think Overcharge is gonna be able to match that, at least on first point. I think their second point it could be there though.
Yeah, they're gonna have to hope that they can do something on the second point.
Oh, we see
We're actually gonna see the Torb Genji.
really unique. I is this a throw or is this just comfort picks coming out of Overcharge?
Honestly, I think it's comfort picks. I think they're just trying to pick heroes that they're more comfortable with, and saying, you know what, we can't beat you in the mirror. We're just gonna try and beat you with whatever we can play.
Apparently, Ironic called the have fun button. So it looks like Overcharge. This could potentially be their last map, but they're playing the comfort picks, having a good time.
Yeah.
But you
And
know,
honestly, whether or not it's a good comp, whether or not it works for them, they're here to have fun. They're here to play some fun Overwatch, and that's what they're gonna try and do.
who knows? They might hold with it. They might have found their niche here. So High Society still opting for the same comp they ran last round, the double shield with May Reaper.
Yep, and High Society is actually going to rotate through the back here.
A big rotation.
Under the cover of that May. They're going to come up, they're going to take the high ground.
Ooh, big
but
pick from Duga.
That's a huge pick, and High Society is going to have a really hard time actually winning that fight and have a hard time getting out. But they get Ironic, so they've made it pretty even here, and we're going to see if OC can keep it up, if they can push that advantage. And Kiefer goes down, so they just have that Genji, and Moira's actually back for the side of High Society. With the May picking two, it looks like that's a lost fight. And I don't think Overcharge is going to have time to recontest.
I don't know, Blaze could pop off here.
He
Gets
manages
one.
to get one, and he does get that important Moira pick. Can he stay alive, though?
No, he
The
cannot.
answer is no. To that May freeze, it's so hard to get away as Genji.
Looks like Overcharge's gonna stall this out though.
Yeah, they're doing a good job taking some time stalling it out, but they are they're still on point. Still on point. But yeah, they're gonna drop eventually.
Ironic on the ball right now. He might have to switch off, or he might just stay on it. Who knows? If they're
He
running,
almost has mines. I think he probably is gonna stay on it at least to drop those mines. It's gonna be real hard to fight against that Reaper May though. I mean, those two heroes just tear the ball apart.
if I had to guess, he would stay on this for the mine and then switch off, or he may just get frozen.
That's my guess too.
But Kiefer,
Kiefer actually, that's huge. That's sort of yeah, and they don't manage to get him with the grab flux, and they do beat to keep themselves alive and manage to take down Blaze.
Ooh.
And they're actually just going to push through. They had a really good reaction, really good defense to that. Used their ults in a smart way, and were able to actually stay alive and then win that fight once the Nano Blade wore.
It's a big pick from Slamfire. This is looking
like
last
last fight.
Going in.
Oh, Nick gets slept though.
Big
He doesn't
sleep.
actually manage to do much with that Reaper ult.
Oh, it looks like they won this. Even the May ult coming in maybe too late.
But Tropical goes down along with Romy. Sebs is down, so this is going to be a messy fight, but I think Overcharge might be able to win. Yeah, it looks like they managed to hold on.
But at what cost here? They used all their ults. They're still not able to get Nick here.
Yeah, all they're going to have is a Blade here, and they might not even have the Nano if Tropical can't build it before High Society push in. So they might just have to Naked Blade into them and hope that something works.
Romy on the Winston now. Blade could be big.
Let's see, Romy goes down, and we're going to see the Blade come in from Blaze. Is he managing to find anything? It doesn't look like it. But the Mei is down on the side of High Society. But this looks like it might be it. They managed to get main support, main tank, and
Yeah,
Nick is just
that's
going to clean it up. And that looks like it was a solid 3-0 for High Society.
Yep. High Society with this win going into playoffs, based off their performance, I think they deserve it. They played really well today.
They looked really clean. They were comboing their abilities together, comboing their ults. They had exceptionally good ultimate usage and ultimate advantage, and they really pressed the advantages they had as a team over Overcharged.
Yeah, if you had to choose a player of the match to drag in from Overcharged, who would that be? Or
From Overcharged, I think. Honestly, I'm not sure. I don't think anybody really stood out as sort of carrying the team as really like doing their best to keep Overcharged in it. They sort of all played on a similar level, and it just wasn't up to High Society's level.
well, I'm gonna let's give it to Blaze since he was on that
All
new hero
right.
Echo.
Honestly, yeah, Blaze it is.
Hey Blaze, you are our player of the match on Overcharged side. How does it feel to be the player of the match?
Yeah, it feels good.
Feels good. Unfortunately it was a 3-0 loss. Anything to say about that?
It was fun.
It's fine. Well, this does mark the end of Overcharged season, which is real sad. But yeah, anything else you want to say? Anybody you want to shout out?
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
All
Well,
right.
that's the end of the stream. 3-0 for High Society. Yep. You gotta update the score. Let me update the score. Let me update the score. Cool. Okay, that's it, guys.